I caught him with his new assistant at the office.
Aria, you find someone, I find someone. Open marriage. Nobody gets hurt.
Damon dropped onto the couch. He didn't look sorry. He thought I would cry. I used to cry. Not anymore.
Every billionaire on Wall Street does this.
He lit a cigar.
Stop acting like a saint. Try it. You might like it.
I smiled. He had no idea who he married 3 years ago. He thought he married a quiet housewife, soft-spoke, always looking down. That was a costume. I was the only daughter of the Vale family, one of the oldest fortunes in New York. Every rich boy on the East Coast wanted me. None of them got me. I threw it all away for a guy with nothing. Loan sharks beat him half to death and left him in an alley. It was a mistake. Okay. His head snapped up.
What?
I said okay. I smiled at him. Remember, you asked for this. He laughed at me. He didn't believe me.
Aria, you've got no one. What are you gonna do besides sit at home?
He was half right. I had no friends. I cut off everyone in New York for him. But there were other people. The ones I used to blow money with in Manhattan clubs 3 years ago. They were still waiting. Damon ripped off his tie and threw it on the floor.
Get some sleep. You'll thank me later.
He went upstairs. The next morning, he brought her home. Camille, the intern, 22 years old. Her skirt barely covered anything. She plopped down on my Persian rug. Her coffee spilled in the middle of it. Oops. Sorry, ma'am. She wasn't sorry. Damon walked out of the studio. He looked at the stain. He put his arm around her.
It's just a rug. We can buy a new one.
I picked up my phone and called the housekeeper. Throw the rug out. Throw out the men's slippers next to it too. In the trash. Damon's face stiffened. He grabbed Camille's waist and pulled her toward the door.
I'm taking her to the charity gala tonight. You don't mind, do you?
He was waiting for me to break. I smiled. Have fun. Don't bother coming home. The door slammed shut. I went to my closet. In the very back, behind a pink gown I hadn't touched in 3 years, there was a black travel bag. I hadn't touched it since my wedding day. Inside was 1 red slip dress and 3 black cards with no limit, a set of Ducati keys, 1 Borster phone with 1 number sword. I picked up the phone and dialed. It rang twice. A voice burst through the line over loud metal music.
Aria? Oh my God, you're alive?
I looked in the mirror, soft, pale, wearing a boring dress Damon picked out. Black Diamond Club, tomorrow night, 8.
Tell me what you want.
Clear the place out. Round up every billionaire left in the city. I'm back. The next night was the Crawford family dinner. I walked in wearing that red slip dress. Camille was already sitting in the hostess spot. She had Damon's jacket thrown over her shoulders. Around her neck was the emerald necklace. Every Crawford bride had worn it at her engagement. It went all the way back to Damon's great-grandmother. Damon's mother, Eleanor, used to keep it locked in a safe. She told everyone I came up from the slums on the Lower East Side. According to her, I didn't deserve the Crawford name. That's why I never got to wear it. Now it sat on her son's mistress, placed there by her own hands. Vivian looked at me sideways. Is that the Crawford necklace? Mom finally took it out of the safe? Eleanor raised her voice.
Camille knows her place. She deserves it.
Damon sat at the head of the table playing with his lighter. He wouldn't even look at me. Eleanor held Camille's hand and laughed.
Camille is so warm and well-behaved. Not like some women, stiff as a board, boring. No wonder men go looking elsewhere.
The whole table laughed. These were Damon's Wall Street friends. Tech money, heirs, men who used to follow him around and call me Mrs. Crawford. Camille stood up with a wine glass. She walked over to me slowly, smug. Aria, don't be upset. Damon said you agreed to the open marriage. We all live under one roof now. Let's keep the peace, okay? Damon's friends laughed at me.
God, she is such a coward. The mistress is in the main seat and she doesn't say a word. Damon, you're a genius. A wife at home and women everywhere else. Best of both worlds.
They thought I was still the housewife. Damon smirked. He waited for me to sit down quietly like always. I didn't take her glass. Instead, I picked up the crystal recanger and poured the entire bottle of red wine over her head. Dark red ran down her hair, down her cheeks, into her dress. The laughing stopped.
Aria! What?
I didn't move. I just looked at him. He'd never seen me like this. I agreed to an open marriage. I looked around the table at those Wall Street men who thought they were special. I never agreed to sit down for dinner with some cheap intern. The night air hit my face. For the first time in 3 years, I finally felt alive. 8 o'clock. The Black Diamond Club, every top supercar in New York, was sitting out front. Damon's Porsche rolled up right then. Camille was on his arm. He was planning to show her off. He was planning to walk right in and pop the most expensive bottle on the menu.
Sorry, sir. The club's closed to the public tonight. Closed? I'm Damon Crawford. I'm on your VIP list. Get your manager out here, now.
The bodyguards did not blink.
Mr. Crawford, the whole place has been bought by a VIP tonight. Management said nobody gets in, not even you.
In all of New York, you could count on one hand the people who could shut down the Black Diamond Club with a single call. These were some of the 10 wealthiest people in the country. These were the people Damon had been chasing for years and never got close. Who is in there? Camille whispered.
How should I know?
Damon said through his teeth. Can we just go somewhere else? Camille pulled his sleeve. I already ordered the champagne for tonight.
Shut up!
Right then, the front doors opened from the inside. Heavy music hit the street. Spotlights flooded the VIP booth in the center of the room. A woman was stretched out on a black velvet couch. She had on a red slip dress with a deep open back. Her long dark hair curled over her pale shoulders. God, she's gorgeous. Camille gasped, and around her were all those men. The men Damon had been trying to get a meeting with for years. Wall Street kings and tech giants, Forbes cover guys, and they were all crowded around her booth. Camilla's breath caught. Thought he never set foot in Manhattan. And Whitrock. He was at the president's dinner. Damon's face drained white. The woman on the couch slowly turned. Casual, like none of them mattered. She glanced toward the door. No real interest.
That's not possible.
It was his wife, the quiet woman he'd called boring, who only wore plain dresses because he picked them out. He was convinced she couldn't survive a day on her own.
Aria! What the hell are you doing? Dressed like that? Get up! Come home with me. Right now.
The music cut. Every eye in the room landed on him. I sat on the couch and looked at him. My face was blank. Then I felt a heavy presence step up behind me. Tall, built, black shirt open at the collar. He tugged at his collar. His eyes were cold violence. Cade Ashford, head of Ashford Group.
Good evening, Damon.
Cade's voice was almost gentle. The whole room went dead quiet.
Your wife told me something interesting tonight. She said the two of you have an open marriage.
His hand slid to my waist and pulled me into him. His warmth wrapped around me.
So I showed your wife what a real man feels like. You get to watch.
Damon couldn't breathe. Case Shoe was pressing the air out of his chest.
Cade, please. This is a private matter. Aria's my wife. She was your wife.
Cade did not even look at him. A scream tore through the room.
Damon! Mr. Ashford, please, let him go!
She actually thought her tears could fix this.
Aria, how could you side with this stranger against your own husband?
Cade glanced over. His eyes swept over her. Pure disgust.
What's that smell? Cheap perfume?
Before she could say another word, 2 bodyguards grabbed her. They dragged her out and tossed her down the steps. She hit the concrete. Her scream cut off. Every eye in the room went back to Damon. I settled back onto the velvet couch, picked up my glass, and swirled the champagne. Then I looked down at the man pinned under Cade's foot, my husband. A smile crept across my face.
What's got you so mad, Damon?
I tipped his chin up with the point of my heel, just like he used to do to me.
Didn't you say this was just a game? Didn't you tell me every man on Wall Street does this?
I leaned back against Cade's chest. The warmth of him came right through his shirt. His arm wrapped around my waist, firm and steady. A low, satisfied laugh came from behind me. Tonight I found a real man, I'm going to sleep with him. I looked down at Damon and smiled. Feel free to pull up a chair and take notes.
Aria!
Damon's eyes were bloodshot.
You! Get him out of here. He's annoying my woman.
The bodyguards tossed Damon down the steps. He landed right on Camille. Inside, everyone laughed. The crowd took the hint and cleared out. The doors swung shut behind them. Cade pushed me back against the mirrored wall. His hand slid down my waist.
3 years, Aria.
He bit my lower lip.
Do you know what I thought about every morning for 3 years? Taking you back from that loser. Pinning you down on my bed. Making you say my name until you lost your voice.
He laid me back on the bed and started unbuttoning his shirt. In such a rush? He smiled.
Come here. Take it off for me.